Today, we honor our servicemen and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Here in Corpus Christi, this day of solemn began with a gathering at Sherrill Park that was very much different from last year's. The crowds at last year's Memorial Day observances were small because of the pandemic. This year, it was a much larger gathering. What has not changed from year to year is the sense of loss and of gratitude visible in the faces of those attending. Among them were Mary Maldonado and Rosie Perez. Their brother, Jose G. Cortez, was killed in Vietnam on February 9th, 1968.
Every family that has lost a loved one in battle are very courageous. My heart goes out to every single family that has lost a loved one.
Very courageous indeed. And there was no public ceremony at Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery during last year's Memorial Day observances because of the pandemic. But this year, with eased mask mandates and fewer restrictions, many local families gather to give their loved ones a fitting tribute. Our Jeremiah Marshall was there.
Visitors we spoke to shared the importance of honoring the ones who made the ultimate sacrifice. Catherine Dodd says it's humbling to look around the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery and see so many people visiting and paying their respects to the men and women who served our country. Dodd came to the cemetery to visit her mother and father, and she says she misses them deeply. Dodd says she makes it a habit to come by on Memorial Day and other patriotic holidays.
To see all these people coming and everything, and knowing that they're going through the same things, the same thoughts as the person next to them and everything, it's heartwarming, and then it's also kind of choking to you, you know, it gets you right there.
And visitors we spoke to say beyond Memorial Day, we should continue to honor those who fought so bravely for our country. Reporting here at the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery, Jeremiah Marshall, Chris, 6 News.
Laying ceremony to honor those lost at sea was held aboard the USS Lexington Museum today. A wreath was laid in Corpus Christi Bay as taps was played. Current and former Navy personnel gathered to remember those who have fallen in this time-honored naval tradition. And President Joe Biden was at Arlington National Cemetery earlier today to honor our servicemen and women who sacrificed all for our nation. The president was joined by Vice President Kamala Harris and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. President Biden took part in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. He spoke of the debt our nation owes to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice.
We owe the honored dead a debt we can never fully repay. We owe them our whole souls. We owe them our full best efforts to perfect the Union for which they died.
In Los Angeles, in California, the National Cemetery was a sea of flags. Hundreds of flags added a sea of patriotic red, white, and blue to the white markers where our nation's servicemen and women rest. The flags are placed each year by volunteers.